I hope you can hear me. I hope I've pressed all the right buttons. I'm in sunny Sutton at the moment. The temperature is boiling. It's 28 degrees. And we're going to drive down to the coast to Selsey in Chichester. I'm not going to be able to answer any of your questions on the way though, unfortunately, because I'm going to be driving. So we'll get to it then, shall we? We'll start off from Sutton. It's going to be a little bit bumpy because this is just on my mobile phone. So we're relying on phone signal as well. And as we're going to be going through quite a bit of countryside, we might lose a bit of signal on the way. And as you can see, it's bouncing around a little bit on the old bracket thing that I've got, the cradle. I'll try and give us a bit of a commentary as we go, as much as I can anyway. Can't have any background music on neither, not even Talk Sport, because every now and then they play a song and the old copyright I'd be hit with. So unfortunately none of that's going to be playing. You just have to listen to the car, and there ain't even an engine noise neither, so it's going to be quite quiet. That is, unless I get a few numpties pull out in front of me or do something stupid, then it might get a little bit noisy. So we're just going around Sutton's sort of one-way system here. If you're new to the channel, you won't know this, but if you're a regular, this is always on the channel, this bit here. So where that cab is sticking out, that's Sutton train station. I'll let this guy go because I'm nice. So as you can see, this is 100% live, no editing. What you're seeing is what I'm seeing, with obviously a little bit of delay going through the phone and going through YouTube. I'm going to Selsey, not Bognor. I can just see that message come up there. Although they're not that far apart. Not really, probably about 10 miles, something like that, ish. So we're on the Brighton Road at the moment, this is called. which leads us to Banstead. And so far I think we've hit every red light. How lucky am I? This is going to take roughly about, depending on traffic, about an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes. Again, it does depend, and that is within, obviously. So I don't expect everyone to watch the whole thing. It will, if I've pressed all the right buttons, become a normal video on the channel. So if you do miss it, it'll be on there. Hopefully, if I've pressed all the right buttons. And the other thing that could mess us up here is phones. When you stream through phones, they get really, really hot and they sometimes overheat. So I have to watch out for that as well, as it's really hot in London today as well. Just said that, it's really hot in London today. We don't normally do heat. I mean, technically I'm already in Surrey, but it's a London borough. Try and work that one out. It's a London borough of Sutton. Yeah, but Sutton is in Surrey. Confused? So am I. Now this has always been on the channel quite a lot, this road. This locally is called the Mad Mile, because you literally come from 30 miles an hour roads or 40 miles an hour roads, and then it goes up to 60 here. So everyone just goes crazy down this road. And it is a mile long, hence the Mad Mile. See them people crossing the road up there. I don't know if you can see them. There's golfers walk across this road, 60 mile an hour road, because there's a golf course either side of this road. It's the same golf course. It's sort of like 9 holes one way and 9 holes the other side of this road. So from this 60 mile an hour we go back now to 40 miles an hour, and again another bloody red light. We're doing well today. And just in front of these traffic lights, it goes from 3 lanes to 2 lanes, the typical British argument road that they make, where no one wants to give way to anyone. Now the route I plan to take for this is, this road here is the A217. We're going to go on the A24 and then the A29 and then the A27. That's the route I'm planning anyway. It does depend if there's a few traffic things coming up or anything like that. I can always divert to somewhere else, somewhere a different route, because there's loads of different routes to get to Selsey until you're at Chichester. Then there is only sort of Selsey and one road out. If anyone has an accident on that road, you are knackered because you can't go in or out. And another red light. Oh, some very expensive cars on the left-hand side of the road here. Car showroom over here, quite a famous one. That, well, for us that live round here. If you care to look over to the left, loads of nice expensive motors. A few Ferraris in there. Nice. One day the London dash cam in a Ferrari, that'd be quite cool. So this is a 40-mile-an-hour road. Obviously you've got speed cameras down it, average speed cameras, so you can't sort of zoom in between cameras. You have to take it easy, or I should say stick to the speed limit. Now we're up to Heath at the moment. That's the name of this area. Yeah, you can take the A3 down to this way. It's a faster road, but you're going out of your way to come back in. This is probably a bit more direct. Should really do this with someone else in the car so they can read the messages for me. I think we lost connection there. I'm not sure. The screen went a bit funny. So hopefully we're back online. It did come up with a message saying reconnect on the phone, so I don't know what's going on. I don't normally do live streams. Got to find a better way of doing it, I think. So we're just about to come off the A217 and head towards Headley, which is the B2032. And don't know who that is who's bibbing. This road is actually called the Dorking Road, which obviously leads into Dorking.
Watch out, object on road ahead.
Obviously I've got Waze going in the background, as you just heard. It said there's an object on the road. Can't see anything yet. Probably see it's all golf courses round here, quite expensive ones too. Now we've got two things coming up in a little while. We're just coming over the M25 in a second. Just past these lines on the road here. Underneath us is the M25. So we're going over that. It's moving quite nicely, I can see, but you won't be able to see that. And over to the left at this mini roundabout here, it's not that mini, I guess, is the company Pfizer, where they did the vaccinations for COVID, to the left there. Or one of the places anyway. Now if it looks a bit dark on the camera, that's because it is. Because there is trees coming over the road, which is blocking all the light. Now this is quite a steep hill, and this has been on the channel before with people coming up the other way. They actually struggle to get up this hill. If you've not put it in your right, is on that O2 network. So if we keep dropping out, you can have a little blame of them. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a lot of signal around here, a lot of phone signal around here, so you might have a bit of trouble here. There's a lot of hills.
Approaching a level crossing.
Go over the level crossing there. As you can see by that sign there, we're going to be turning right on the A25 heading towards Dorking. Dorking's a really nice area actually. The only trouble is it's full of dorks. In. This road's called the Reigate Road. Reigate is behind us, so it does lead to Reigate, but going the opposite way. Nice Rolls Royce, is that? Bentley, I think it was, Bentley. As you know, I don't do cars. Unfortunately, I can see messages come up on the screen, but I cannot read them and obviously drive. And they don't stay up there very long. They're really, really quick to go off anyway. So if I So at this roundabout we'll be turning left and going down the A24. Just going to hang back so you can see that great big cock in the middle of the roundabout there. Someone's put a scarf on it for some reason. So we're on the A24. This is Deep Den, or I think it's called Deep Den Avenue. Seem to be that great out here. We're coming up to another roundabout. We just want to go straight on here, heading towards Horsham on the A24 still. If you ever do drive down this little bit on the A24, be very, very careful. There's always police down here, so try not to speed, because I've seen them down here so many times with their little guns, speed guns, trying to catch you. And this road used to be 60 miles an hour, and they've changed it down to 50, so people that are used to the road are still doing the 60 mile an hour. Now even here I can go two different ways. I can go and stay on the A24 here and go that way, or go onto the A29. I think I'm going to go the A29. It is a little bit more direct, but the roads are a little bit more slower. So we're on the A29 heading towards Bognor Regis now. Don't know too much about this area, to be honest, which is why I'm a bit quiet. I've got nothing to say about it. I know that we come into a really nice village in a minute, but it reminds me of the Vicar of Dibley. This is also quite a nice route if you're a bit wary of motorways, you don't like motorways and you want to get to the coast. You can go, there are ways to get there without actually touching a motorway, down roads like this. The only problem with doing these roads is there's only one lane, obviously, and if you want to stick to the speed limit, you'll always have someone right up your arse. There's no way of getting around that. You know, you drop your speed down to 30-ish now, and I've got someone pretty close behind me. Yeah, and this is like the little village. It's like cricket and football over to the right hand side. You've got like a little pub here, church hall, It's so Vicar of Dibley. You can imagine there's Morris dancers around here. I'm just going to speed up to get through that gap. Yeah, unfortunately, because we're in the sticks a little bit, the video keeps dropping out. Until we're in the sticks, we're behind the tractor. And now we get the national speed limit, so we can speed up a little bit. And so far, no numpties on the route. Touch wood. So as you just saw the sign, we're still on the A29, heading towards Bognor Regis, which is just down the road from Selsey, where we're going. If I do more of these, I've definitely got to get a better cradle for my phone. I can see it bumping around, so God knows what it looks like for you guys watching it. Now this bit here is a weird one. It's a roundabout, but with give way lines in. So it's like you've got to give way to the left-hand side. People coming from my left are confused. They seem to think that I should be going, and they're looking at you. But it's a weird roundabout, that one. So we're coming up to another roundabout. We want to do a left, still on the A29, heading towards Bognor Regis. So basically you're just looking for the signs for Bognor Regis at the moment, and just stay on the A29. I mean, these roads are really nice to drive on until you come across a tractor or a lorry, and it just slows you up because you can barely get past them. There's not many places where you can overtake. Gotta say, I'm not that impressed with the O2 network doing this. It keeps dropping out, and it doesn't reconnect automatically for some strange reason. I don't know why that is, whether that's a YouTube thing. Why would I not want to reconnect? You know, I would tell it to stop rather than the network tell it to stop. coming up to another roundabout, and it's basically straight through it. Second turn off, still heading towards Bognor Regis. So I think we've dropped out again there with the signal. I think at the moment, by looking at the screen there, just had a quick glance, it looks like we've got 39 people in the car with us. So 39 people watching. Pretty good, really. Considering we're in the middle of nowhere, there's a bloody Lidl over there and an industrial estate. There's nothing round here, and they whack a Lidl up. And it's a massive industrial estate. That's kind of weird, isn't it? So we want to do a right at this roundabout. Looks like quite a few people have left the car. We're down to 24 now, 24 people watching. Live streaming out and about in the countryside. Hopefully when we get a little bit closer to Chichester, a big town, we'll get a better signal. Every time we go through a little village with a pub in it, I don't know if you've noticed that the speed limit goes down. The national speed limit goes, and then it goes down to either 30 or 40. And as soon as you get past that village, the national speed limit comes back up, or back on the road, so you can speed up straight afterwards. If you want to, that is. Yes, I definitely need someone in the car with me, I think, next time I do one of these, so they can read the messages out, because I'm all popping up but I can't read them obviously because of driving. Again, Indian restaurant there, goes down to 40 miles an hour. As you go through this little village. This is Pulborough, in case anyone wants to know. And if you do go this way and you're occasionally heavy-footed with the right foot, there is only one official speed camera down here. There's sometimes, as I said, you get them with the speed guns, but the only speed camera that I know of is just a little bit further down here. By the garage is the Range Rovers and stuff. You see it there on the left hand side. That's the only speed camera that you get on this route. Fixed speed camera, I should say. Bentleys now. Range Rovers and Bentleys, there's a few quid over there. It was Amber, Your Honour. Here we go, we've got a cyclist coming into camera now, on the phone, on the pavement. The first numpty of the journey. There's a little bit of roadworks further up here, that's what we're waiting for here. So I've got 44 people in the car with me at the moment.
Watch out, roadworks reported on the road ahead.
Just a little bit late there, Waze, wouldn't you? 47 now, yeah, well done. So we need to do a right at this one and then a left at the next one. Mini roundabouts, that is. So a right here and a left here. Still heading towards Bognor Regis on the A29. got 58 people in the car with us now. So it's pretty much a coach full going down here. So has anyone been to Selsey before? Or is this going to be your first time going to Selsey? If you look at the map, there is like a little point at the bottom of the country, and that is where we're going, to that little point at the bottom of the country. And if you listen to the lyrics of the Madness song, I Like Driving in My Car, they talk about going down to Selsey Bill, and this is the same place where he's singing about. I don't know what this is going to look like on the camera, but this is another steep hill. If you're not in the correct gear, you will struggle to get up it. The one thing about having an electric car, you're always in the correct gear, unless you want to go backwards, that is. It's a fantastic view when you get past all these bushes, but I don't think the camera's going to be able to pick it up. It goes down into like a valley, and you almost think that you should be in Wales. at the weekends, this bit over here to the right hand side is another meet-up place for motorbikes. They're everywhere. If you like your motor down there on a weekend. So we're still on the A29 heading towards Bognor Regis. I know I sound like a broken record again. Not that far now, really. We'll be coming up to the A27 shortly. Got 60 people in the car with us. Oh, that jumped to 64. More roadworks. Right here. Yes, I can turn right from this left lane. The only reason I know that is because I've done this so many times. The road markings ain't great, not leading up to the roundabout anyway. So now we're on the A27. And this road will eventually take you into Portsmouth and that sort of thing, Southampton eventually, going this way. The other way it would take you to Brighton. Don't know where the hell he thinks he's going. The geezer next to me was going to jump in my lane then. He still wants to jump in my lane. Got green lights. You got green lights, you idiots. That's new. I've got to say, the last time I was here, they didn't have lights on. So obviously it's confusing the hell out of people. So we're on the A27 now, heading towards Chichester. This is a 70-mile-an-hour road now. And that's exactly what I'm doing. Although this road looks kind of smooth, it's not. It's bouncing around like a good one. I can see that from the camera on my phone. Go straight through that roundabout. Still on the A27. Forgot to mention Goodwood is just up the road here and to the right. They do a lot of old car shows and stuff like that. You must have seen them on the telly. In the distance you might see the tower of Chichester's cathedral there. In between the trees. So if you were going to Goodwood, you would be turning right here at this roundabout. And there's normally quite a bit of traffic down this little bit. Don't know why, it's always Always quite a bit of traffic from that roundabout to the next roundabout. I'm trying to get away from the lorry so you can see a little bit more. Now we get a van. Where the signal was okay-ish, around here you get nothing. Every time I get a few people watching, the signal goes out and everyone jumps ship. Down to 12 people in the car with us. Oh, down to 10. So we're still on the A27. We go past this roundabout in a minute, and then the next roundabout we turn left and head towards Selsey. So we've been live now for 85 minutes, I think it says there, 86 minutes. Now, when the signal went out just now, this guy to my left with the VW on the back here was playing on his tablet. I don't know if any of you saw it. I think I'll get it on my normal dash cam. That's running at the same time. No, he's put it away now. But that'll probably be in one of my videos if that dash cam has got him. Learn to talk in a minute. So we're still on the A27. You can see what that roundabout does, all the traffic going the other way. I've pulled in behind him because I'm turning left at this roundabout. Didn't realise he was going that slow. We're not far now. We'll be doing a right at this roundabout. If you go left, that brings you into Bognor Regis, but it's a long way round to get to Bognor that way. We'll be turning right and going into Selsey shortly. Not just quite yet. Still got a bit to go, probably about 8 miles or so. And now you get the speed limits from 50 to 30. Yeah, so as I said, this is the only road in and out of Selsey. So if there's an accident or something on this road, you ain't going nowhere. This road is actually called the Selsey Road, not the just Selsey Road. the old Pagham Harbour, the wildlife centre to the left hand side. For somewhere that's in the middle of nowhere, they seriously have a lot of lorries that come down here. There's a massive industrial estate, and obviously all the farming that's done down here as well. There's lots of lorries that come up and down this little Winnie road. And obviously the fish. A lot of fish come from down here as well. They would. Proper little cottages there with the old roofs. Don't get many of them in London. And this here is the beginning of the high street. We'll take you down to the seafront. Didn't expect it to look as misty as that. Just right, I think I'm back on. The signal down here isn't great, but this is Selsey. I don't know if you heard me just a minute ago. To the right is Portsmouth, straight on, like a bare right, is the Isle of Wight, and over to the left is Bognor and Brighton. But I didn't expect it to be this misty down here. Considering it's quite a clear day, it's as misty as hell down here. You can normally see the Isle of Wight from here. You can't see anything. But oh well, that's the end, guys. Thanks for tuning in and everything. Hopefully this will be on the channel as a normal video if I pressed everything correctly. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. See you later. Bye.